Hello, sports fans, and welcome to a special Cleveland Indians home opener edition. And we'll talk about that, and we're going to talk about go back and talk about yesterday's game in just a sec. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Cleveland Indians trivia question. This Cleveland Indians player hit 2 home runs, one from the right side and one from the left in the same inning. Who was this player? I will have the answer later in the broadcast. The Tribe took the second game of the series against the Minnesota Twins on Saturday, but they lost yesterday's game to the Minnesota Twins by the final score of 9-3. Carlos Carrasco was on the mound for the Tribe. He went 4 in 1 innings, gave up 10 hits, 6 earned runs, and struck out 4. The Tribe's only 3 runs came in the 8th inning, and that was thanks to Jose Ramirez, Jake Bauers, and Eric Stamets. And Minnesota was just all over the Tribe in this one, and it was pretty cold there. And there was very little offense yesterday, but Carlos Carrasco had a superb game though. He really had a good game yesterday, but hopefully the Tribe can bounce back today. Because today it is the home opener against the Chicago White Sox at Progressive Field, and there's no score, and I think it's in the top of the 3rd, I believe. Check me if I'm wrong. Mike Clevenger is on the mound for the Tribe today, and Ivan Moba is on the mound for the White Sox today. And here's a few things that Tribe skipper Terry Francona on a number of subjects a few hours before today's game against the White Sox. He says Francisco Lindor is getting looked at, a sprained ankle looked at in Green Bay. He sprained it in a minor league game in Goodyear, Arizona, and he's also recovering from a strained right calf. And he's in Green Bay right now, having it looked at by Dr. Derek Anderson, and then he's going to come back and stay with the team for a few days. That's what Francona says, and hopefully we're going to get him back in the lineup, and also sign him to a long-term contract. We'll see. So I think some moves are going to be made during this season. Pretty interesting moves. And regarding our starting pitcher today, Mike Clevenger, made a huge jump last year, and it wouldn't shock me if he finds a way to make another jump this year because he's such a hard worker and he cares about his craft. And Jason Kipnis is still on the injured list, and he's battling an injury, and hopefully we'll get him back in the lineup soon. And Tyler Newquin was taken out of the lineup, and he hated it. Francona hated to have to do it, but he wanted to take the glare off him, and I think that was a good move by Francona. And a lot of these moves that Tribe made during this offseason were negative ones, and I think there could be some really good moves, good and interesting moves made during the season, and I feel that there could be some changes made, and you never know. And they really want to get back to the playoffs and the World Series, but we're not worrying about the playoffs or World Series right now. And they want to win as many games as they can. I don't think 91, 92 games, but they want to really try to win today's game. And Francona said they're going to play hard. They're going to come out and play their hardest and really try their best to win today's game against the White Sox. And I really think that this is going to be a really great game today. It's going to be chilly down at Progressive Field for everybody who was down at the game today, so dress warm. And I think the wind could be a factor. You never know. And I really feel this is going to be – and fans have always been excited, and they are excited today with – Tribe fans are excited today with being the home opener. And home opener has a lifetime of memories, although a lot of people have. I never have been to one, but I wait till June until it gets a lot warmer, and that's just me, because I'll enjoy it more. And I really feel that the Tribe is going to want to bounce back from that loss yesterday and win today's game against the White Sox. And I know we should have held on to Juan Gomes, but we do have Santana, and I know we also should have held on to Michael Brantley, but I think we do need to hang on to Francisco Lindor. But the Tribe's offense really needs to step it up today if they want to win today's game. And The Bats really need to get going today. They really do, the Bats. The Bats really do, because they've been silent, but they did score 3 runs yesterday and 2 runs on Saturday's game. So they really need to really get the Bats going in today's game. And I really feel that way, that they really need to do that today. And really, the offense and defense really need to get going. And Travis really needs to score some runs today against the White Sox. And I mean, we are favored to win the division. I think we'll do it. But I'm not worried about that right now. We're worried about the regular season and winning as many games as we can. And I really think that they're going to do just that. And I'm thinking 90, 91 games that they're going to win this season. So we will see what happens today in this home opener against the White Sox. And hopefully we can take it and go to 2-2, because right now the Tribe is 1-2. The White Sox are 1-2 as well. And so we'll see. And so we'll really see what happens in today's game. And today's game against the White Sox. I think it's going to be a really great game today. I really think it is, with the Tribe and the White Sox. And I really think the Tribe really needs to they need to not let these guys score. They've got to really put the pressure on the White Sox. They've got to gang up on them, and they got to get these guys out. And they got to have the momentum has to be there for today's game against the White Sox. And I really just feel that they're really going to play hard and really play their darndest to win this game today. Because Francona really knows this team well. He knows what his team needs to do to really win today's game. So we shall see what happens today in the game against the Chicago White Sox. We'll get back to talking Tribe in just a moment, but it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Cleveland Indians trivia question. This Cleveland Indians player hit 2 home runs, one from the right side and one from the left in the same inning. Who is this player? And if you said Carlos Baerga, you are correct. And Carlos Baerga did hit one from the right side and one from the left in the same inning. And he was a really one of the Indians' hardest hitting players in the 90s, especially during the 95, 96, and 97 seasons. And he really was. And I have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. I really feel, now getting back to today's game against the White Sox, everybody's excited. It's the opening day for the Tribe down at Progressive Field for the 2019 Major League Baseball season. And I really think today's game is going to be a really great game. And I feel the Tribe is going to win this game today against the White Sox. I really do. And the White Sox made some good moves during their offseason, and some negative moves too. But I think they've improved their ball club. But the Tribe wants to improve their ball club during the season, because the moves they made during the offseason were really negative moves. But I think they're going to come out and win today's game against the Chicago White Sox today at Progressive Field. And they're already underway, and I think it's still 0-0. Check me if I'm wrong. But I really think this is going to be a great game today, and the fans are excited. They're enthusiastic. Everybody's in their Tribe gear today. And I really think that this game, I'm hoping the Tribe can win this home opener today. I really do, and I really hope that they do. But I really think they're going to have a great season, the Indians. So we'll really see what happens with today's game against the Chicago White Sox. Hopefully we can come away with the opening day victory today. So we shall see. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Cleveland Indians home opener pregame show. I'll have a postgame show for the Cleveland Indians home opener once the Tribe and White Sox home opening game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.